All right. So tell me about how you met Bobby. Since this is going to all the kids, I'm going to ask about,
Their
as
parents.
much as you want to get their dads and how you met them and their births.
Okay, when I first met Bobby, I was like 17. I hadn't made 18 yet. But back in those days, in the 60s, the parents would bring their kids to the club with them. I was at the club with mom and daddy. I think Bobby was with my first cousin Marie that I want to go visit next weekend. And I met him. Baby, we was doing a dance. It was called Doing the Jerk. Ooh, I thought that was so cool. So we was doing the jerk, and I met Bobby. Then after a while, I asked Mom and him, could he come visit? He would come to the house and visit. And then when I got to be 18, he asked to marry me, and they let me marry him. I thought that was fun. That wasn't that much of fun. The only best thing came out of it was my child. My first baby that I had for him, she was born dead. She had the umbilical cord around her neck. Father God called her home. But that's all right. I talk to her all the time. Her name is Trina Denise Gerard. I talk to her all the time, especially when I was in trouble, especially when the deer hit us. Okay.
All right. So tell us about, is there anything you remember about your pregnancy with Sean and then about Sean's birth? He's going to want to hear about himself.
Okay.
I'm going to want to hear about myself.
I can't remember all of them. That's so many pregnancies.
If you don't remember, that's fine. But because he was your first, full term live birth, I would imagine he would be the one you would remember. Maybe him and me would be the ones you would remember the most, the first and the last.
When I had Sean, we was in San Pedro, California. His daddy had some kind of mental problem. That's the thing he played, because he didn't want to go to war. So Bobby went to a mental place.
Oh yeah, because it's so crazy to not go to war.
Yeah.
I know you're not saying that that's what
Yeah.
he didn't want to go to war. Like, it's so crazy. You don't want to go to war. I know people think that, but
He didn't want to go to war. And I was going to see, well, it was us, because when you pregnant for a guy, it's not just for you, it's by yourself. We were pregnant for Sean. But the day before, Sean was born April the 6th. But like April the 5th, the day when Martin Luther King got assassinated, for some reason I went into labor. I thought I was, but then I couldn't. I wasn't dilating right. So they took and they put a half a pill on one side of my mouth. I stayed up. I didn't have him till the next day. Next time they put a whole pill, and then I went into labor. And it was really hard. But the blessed thing about it, my child came out alive. I was so scared he was going to be born just like his sister. But he wasn't. He's here. He's an old man now. He got 100 children, 200 great-grandchildren. He done had 15 wives. I'm only kidding, though.